October is Lupus Awareness Month. The theme for this month is celebrating 40 years, empowering lives, inspiring hope. We hear a lot about lupus through the Lupus Foundation of Jamaica. It has been effective year after year in advocating for patients with lupus and spreading messages of hope and encouragement. Today, Kool 97 FM has with us a Lupus Warrior. These are the patients living with lupus. Mr. Eaton McKoy, thank you for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the nation's coolest.
You're welcome.
Now, first of all, what is lupus?
Lupus is an autoimmune disease. Like you have living tissues eat up the good tissues.
Oh, okay. Now, can you share with us your journey with lupus? When were you first diagnosed and how did you receive the information?
Received information of lupus was not good. 'Cause I generally did not know exactly what is lupus. It tend to scared me because hearing this news, not knowing what it is, how it will affect me physically. So eventually I went to some doctors in Spanish Town and they said to me that it was some simple rashes. What they give me for the rashes was not working. So I came back to town, talked to my boss, and she said, go to the company doctor, which is Dr. Benton. Dr. Benton said it is a skin disease. You refer me to Dr. Fitzhenley. He actually have an idea what it was. Eventually, take a biopsy, and about 3-4 days after, he called me and said it is lupus.
Yeah.
I started to fret because I didn't know exactly what is lupus. He said it might affect organs in the body, which eventually it did. It affected my kidney. So eventually, at that time, he gave me something to rub the areas, which eventually it faded away after a couple of days. Eventually, after that, I was recommended to Dr. Johnson to look about me. From that time until now, I'm seeing her. That's from 1990 until now. I'm seeing her because it's actually affect my kidneys. But other family kidneys, if the time get pretty cold, joints.
Oh.
And then skin started to scratch.
So how does it affect your kidneys?
Tell you the truth, I could not tell you exactly. It's just that it might just, to me, it just actually find something, some of the organs in your body. Other persons, it affect them liver, heart, and them other. Some people have a skin problem.
Oh.
They tend to make them skin look whitish.
Oh.
Yeah, and them scratch. If I scratch too hard, it started to sore.
Okay.
So after mind how I scratch my skin. Physically, my sister in England, she sent me some stuff. It's like some lotion thing for skin. So if I find that it started to scratch me, I might rub it. But after a period of time, I forget that ointment and put it on the skin. It kind of ease the scratch.
Oh, okay.
So cold climate and it doesn't work.
Now, you also mentioned that cold temperatures affect you. The symptoms flare, especially in cold climate?
Not really.
No? So what causes your flare-ups?
Sunlight.
Sunlight?
Yeah. Too much sun causes that.
Okay. Is there anything else that causes a flare-up for you?
Not in my case.
You live in a tropical climate. We have the advantage of closer to Christmas. There are temperature changes and it gets colder. So how do you navigate that? Because surely this affects your life. How do you go about adjusting to ensure that you maintain some degree of health and you don't have the flare-ups?
I do. But at times I just put it behind. I know I have to go to work, do things around the place. So I might wear extra undershirt, something more thicker than the normal to get the ease from the sun. And I generally at times I use a sunblock
Oh, okay.
to really get rid of that.
Now, I'm happy you took us there in the interview. I'm now looking at employability because you mentioned at work. How does lupus affect your employability? Because you are employed. We see you're with National Safety Limited. How does, firstly, the management of the company deal with the fact that you have lupus? How do your co-workers interact with you and deal with your condition?
My boss is really a gem, put it that way. She understands the whole concept. She have a slight, I call it understanding how it works. She also have some little nigglings about this same lupus with herself. And nobody pushes me beyond. They understand how it works and they actually treat me different. But tell you the truth, at times I don't really make things bother me. Gone to work, the guys let me say, alright bossy, just relax man. You're sick that way there. But me try not to make it be a problem to anybody else. I just do my thing. Sometimes I feel in pain, but me just push forward, not to make them realize about me I feel pain.
So the pain affects what, your joints?
Yep.
Ah. And the pain itself lasts for about how long? Is this something that goes on for days, matter of hours?
Sometimes days, sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes longer than that. It goes on and off at times.
So these are the joints in your arms and your legs, or is it concentrated to perhaps only your arms?
Arms, knees, depend, and it doesn't affect both knees at times. Sometimes just one knee. But when it's not the knee, it's the skin, especially the back, my back.
Oh.
Scratches a lot.
Oh, okay. So is there any one type of activity? So perhaps you engage in sporting activity, or is there anything that you like eating that you may have to be wary of, reduce your intake, or give up altogether?
Not really. Sport-wise, I used to do some running. Last time I did a shoot was 5K. I exercise a lot. Eating, not really. I try to eat everything.
Okay.
It doesn't affect me. Sometimes I must eat veg at times. I hardly eat like red meat. Once in a blue moon I eat something red. But otherwise from that, I feel good.
How does alcohol affect individuals with lupus?
I can't. Nothing alcohol. And again, the medication that I'm taking, no alcohol.
Speaking for, and you don't strike me as a smoker, but for individuals with lupus, we notice that smoking seems to be pretty popular. Whether they're smoking cigarettes, marijuana, how does that affect the individual with lupus?
To tell the truth, I could not say exactly, but I don't actually stay around at people that smokes. I know that they call it, external smoke is not good for people.
Because some individuals, for example, individuals who have cancer, you will find that there are some who will smoke some marijuana to ease the pain. They're using it really for pain. And you did mention that pain is associated with the condition lupus. So that's where I was going to try and establish if there is any kind of association that individuals have formed with marijuana to alleviate their pain under the circumstances. Now, what treatments or management strategies have you found most effective in controlling lupus?
Well, my tell you the truth, I'm taking about 4 different medications that help the situation, especially through the kidney. I'm mostly treating the kidney for that. like medication or like for pain, take like Panadol extra strength. My doctor said do not take anything otherwise from that, unless it's something really extra. You can take that. Because that's the best one to take.
It has to be prescribed.
Yeah.
The emotional impact of lupus, living with lupus. I need to know, how has it affected you mentally, and how has it affected the well-being of your family?
Family-wise, it's a journey, because everybody inside the house understands, see the pain that I'm going through at times. My son generally comes around and asks, "Pops, so you stay? All right, you don't look good today." Evening time, when I go in, if I don't go in till 10, 11 o'clock, he's up. When me go in, him go in. So at times he just come and look at me and say, "Yeah, all right, man." I say, "Yeah, man." But him know exactly say, boy, me and some form of pain or something like that. So you see him hold on my head and him going to corner this and him people on a corner and him see me and him, you know, him understand the whole concept.
Yes.
Wife, she alright, she understand the whole concept also.
But you, how has lupus affected you mentally?
It's rough, not telling a lie. At times I feel down due to certain things. Sometimes when I think back what I've been through to control this to where I am now, it is a journey.
You're a warrior.
Yeah, it's a journey, to tell you the truth.
Because you've done 34 years thus far with lupus.
Yep.
Wow.
Thanks,
I offer congratulations, because you've done well. I
Thanks.
offer congratulations. Now, you've mentioned your friends, your family, and how you're dealing with it. Take that information now and offer advice to individuals who are newly diagnosed with lupus and perhaps are terrified at the prospect of going forward in life with lupus. Help them out. Give them some valuable advice that helped you.
Well, with me, I generally do, at first I would actually make sure that I have lupus. Get to the doctors, because everybody's symptoms is different. So you go to your doctors, get your checked up. If you have lupus, you find that you have lupus. I do something that is maybe different from you. I do my exercise, I praise my Father, make sure everything is okay, and I do what the doctors say. So if you feel you have lupus, you can maybe do the same. It might help you as well as not. So just do your thing that is best for you.
If you feel you have lupus, that is a nice segue to how can someone perhaps get an inkling that they very well might have lupus. So it started out for you as a rash. A rash behind the ear. You thought it was something you picked up in the bush as you went to your assignment. But does it manifest as anything else that could be a telltale sign for other individuals?
Yeah, because the thing is this, if you have certain rash like that, or even a face or something like that, and you go to a doctor and them tell us, boy, this is that, and them give you call it now, some form of ointment or rub it, it doesn't work. You might decide in mind, say, boy, you're not going back to him. Go to a different doctor and try them diagnose your body itself. Because when I was told that I was dramatically, I call it disabling, because it started to, skin start get bad and it spread. I mean, I said, no, this can't work. So me trying to change the doctors to see, get different diagnosis of this thing. Because the thing is this, you know, John, we said this, Tom, we said that. But get some form of diagnosis through your you go blood tests or something like that. You can tell exactly what do you have. But if you just sit down and say, Dr. B said this, Dr. J said that, and it's not getting better, you have to find some other alternative.
You do. People may not always know a lot about lupus. Are there common misconceptions? You know this is Jamaica, so there will always be the myths and misconceptions related to conditions. What are some of the myths and misconceptions you've heard about lupus?
Well, some people say it's some form of disease that was come from Africa. I was told that. So I said to him, he said, no. When I tried to explain to him, he said, me mad. Because what he said that, he said to me the other day that every year you have hurricane season. Something come with the hurricane, you understand? Some form of sickness. I said to him, said, no, it is a system eating the blood. So you have the good cells,
Yes.
it's eating up the good cells. So there's something wrong within. It's not like a M1 or M2 or whatever the case may be. It's just that your body, good cells eat up the good cells. So you have to just do what you have to do.
No, this is not H1N1 or that kind of thing. No, it is not. So, so we do have those misconceptions, and that's part of the reason why we're having this sit-down interview, to dispel all these myths and misconceptions that pervade. We are unmasking lupus. If you're just joining us, we have Mr. Eaton McKoy. He's a Lupus Warrior, and we continue our discussion about lupus. So, what messages would you like to share with Jamaica about living with lupus, raising awareness? How did you become part of the Lupus Foundation of Jamaica to start with?
Oh, it was my doctor, Johnson Whittaker. She actually introduced me to them.
Oh.
Because the foundation was there before I actually have lupus. And from that, I joined up, and I have been with them from the same time, about 1990s, later down, maybe about November, December that year. And from that time until now, I have been truly glad I've been with them, because medication is a bit tight money wise, and we get discounts through the Lupus Foundation with the pharmacists. They actually help us through pharmacists, National Health Fund, that's all.
So, like your JADEP card would be of use.
Yeah.
So, anyone with lupus who doesn't yet have a JADEP card, it would make sense for
Yeah.
them to apply for one. And you have health insurance at your office, I
Yeah.
would think, so that too helps to buffer. But on average, how much? Let's break it down. With insurance versus without insurance, how much does lupus run you in terms of an expense? Monthly, if you can break it down that much, or even quarterly?
All right. I buy medication every month.
Every month.
Every month, because the doctor give you a prescription, and whatever is prescribed is a monthly thing. Without insurance, it will be really costly. It depends on what symptoms you have. With me, I spend some time, maybe $15,000-$20,000 a month
And that is with insurance.
with insurance.
Without insurance, it would be round about how much?
Maybe 30.
30.
And again, I said depends on what
the
your
medication.
they are taking. And if some of the times, some of the medication you get, health fund doesn't cover it. But they are trying to get everything under the foundation now. That can help us.
Okay, so that's one of the missions of the foundation, I would
Yeah.
think, to ensure that the required medication is available
Yeah,
at minimal cost.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's good.
Have you ever been hospitalized for lupus? Any lupus flare-ups that you've had?
No.
No?
No.
Are there persons who have to be hospitalized?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh. And their cases involve like what? What would send someone with lupus to hospital?
Like a kidney,
Oh, yes.
liver. I know this lady now, she has a kidney problem, and she's asking for help.
Okay.
I think she said she have it from 1999, something like that. She need help right now. So, you know, she's begging for some form of help because she can't work.
Yes.
It is bad enough because some people cannot work, some people cannot move freely.
Wow. So that is for the working age person, but it throws me now to this condition and babies, this condition and the hyperactive adolescent. How does it affect them?
Well, I haven't met anybody in that stage at this time yet, but it can affect them.
Well, I see there's much more that we will have to investigate. So the Lupus Foundation of Jamaica has helped you on your journey.
Yep.
And if you had to appeal to other individuals with lupus, or anyone who might be listening, watching, or video experiencing their symptoms now, and they're sure or aren't sure what it is that they're feeling, what should they do?
Well, basically, feeling different form of symptoms. As I said before, go by your doctor, get tested, because down the line, you might regret it.
Now, so we've covered employability, we've covered medication, how it affects the pocket, the finances of the household on a monthly basis. We've looked at it in different age groups. And we've covered a lot today in this interview. I want to thank you for being our guest on Kool 97 FM, Lupus Warrior, Eaton McKoy. We've had a sit down with him where we've been able to garner quite a bit of information from you about the condition called lupus. It is Lupus Awareness Month. To learn more or to volunteer, we're inviting you to contact the Lupus Foundation of Jamaica, and you can visit their website at lupusfoundationofjamaica.org. Mr. Eaton McKoy, Lupus Warrior, joined us for this lupus journey on Kool 97 FM. All of us here at Kool 97 FM extend the very best to you as you continue to advocate for more to be done for individuals living with lupus, and we wish you all the very best with your own health.
Thank you very much.
I'm Diane Thomas on behalf of Kool 97 FM. I'm sure we learned something today. We learned how to make a difference in the life of someone living with lupus.